It doesn't come with it. All right, guys. Welcome to the main event, Event 2, the main series, Event 2, presented by Native Watercraft. We are here in Anderson, South Carolina on the amazing Lake Hartwell. Huge shout out to Visit Anderson, South Carolina, and Neil Paul for having us back for 3, 4, 5 years in a row. I'm not really sure where we're at, but we have a fantastic relationship with Neil. And he called me on the way down here this morning, make sure we were taken care of. Got us a great room here, beautiful venue. Gets us permission to bring in food, because that's not usually allowed. So huge shout out to Neil for that. We are back here in 2 months for another event on Hartwell. That'll be a southern event combined with the Native No Limit Watercraft Series. So jump in on that. A May event on Hartwell is going to be insane. There's going to be a lot of fish caught. I want to give a huge shout out to Lowell. Lowell's not here. Lowell was the owner of Air One Heating and Air. Lowell has a story to tell, but I believe he has moved on from Air One. And we wanted him live the other day to talk about that, but that's okay. He's not here. He's in, I think it's Barbados today, having a much better time than we probably had on Hartwell. So, but give it up for Lowell and Neil for having us back on Hartwell. For those of you home watching us live on Facebook, I hope the service is good. The Wi-Fi has been a little slow. The service was a little slow. Hopefully this is working. If not, I apologize. We do have a room full of people, so thank you all for being here and coming back. Our sponsors appreciate that. I appreciate that. Hope you all enjoy the food and the Pepsi products, and we're going to get into it. So we ended up with 94 today. Apparently the Saturday rush is the same thing as a Friday rush for a Sunday tournament. I did make a post today about the Smith Mountain Lake. If you are planning on fishing that, do me a favor. Go home, register. You don't have to pay today if money's the problem. Just register so I know, because I need a head count for that series. We don't really know what the North is looking like just yet. So need to see if there's some traction, need to see what's going on. So take a second and register if you get a chance to do that. Those of you at home, I was telling everybody here in front of me, we had 129 fish to open the season on the YOLO. We had 429 fish today in Event 2 on Lake Hartwell. So our judges did an amazing job today. We had maybe 10 penalties out of 429 fish, and all of those penalties were that cracked mouth rule that we deal with spotted bass. You guys all know we knocked down the penalty this year to not hurt you as bad on something so minor, but it's part of our sport, right? There is a way to get that fish to be fully against the bump and get it fully closed. So I think 10 out of 429 is a pretty good ratio, and most of those guys were able to fix that. So thank you for taking multiple pictures. We had no disqualifications today. We had one angler double submit a picture, easy fix. You guys did great, so good work. Good work. It's kind of like we've been doing this for 10 years or something. We ended up with 59 limits today. So 59 out of 94 filled the limit. We only had 3 anglers skunked today. And we're going to get into our overall standings. So in our Rock Outdoors team division, this is Event 2 for that series. We added a new team today. One new team? No new teams. Okay. No new teams. But with 71.5 inches for their team, Mr. Travis Horn and Brandon Hall going home with $150. You guys can split the mic and talk about your day and tell us what it took to put up a combined 71.5. They should both be able to hear it if you just hold it.
Just went fishing, man. That's all I did. I just went fishing.
I got most of my fish early in the morning and then threw shaky head the rest of the day.
Cool. So you each going to go home with $75. The big thing is you're going home with 300 points. And this is a huge start towards your team TOC at the end of the year. So good job. Give it up for these guys. Take a picture. Trav, take a picture. We're going to move into our Trimmed Out Solutions Small Bass Prize. And I think I got more submissions for this today than I did for anything else. I'm going to take a second here. Guys, play with the Tourney X app. Make sure your push notifications are turned on. You should always get a notification from me, an email from me at 10 p.m. the night before. Just good luck. Here's your reminders. Here's your addresses. Make sure you're seeing those emails. Then push notifications. Make sure you're seeing one early in the day for that first small bass submission. Okay, I sent one today. I think it was 10.5. Then I sent one. It was a 7.5. And going home with $230 with a 6.5 incher, Mr. Bill Vardner, taking home some QC money. Small bass. Good job, Bill.
Thank you.
Take your mic. Tell us how that fight was. You want me to clip it, or you just want to hold it? Okay, cool.
I was committed to the crankbait today for big fish and ended up with a 6.5.
Take a picture for me, bud. Bill, my wife will get a picture. He's trying to run away.
Hey, money's money.
Hey, $230. That cover your next 4 entries. Good job. So, yeah, take a second. If you don't see those push notifications, it's usually a setting in your phone. You have to allow them. If you were not getting, actually tell me, were you not getting the small bass? Raise your hand. Anybody? Everybody got it? Perfect, perfect. That's the easiest way for me to communicate with you, and Blaine is trained to do the same thing. It's easy access to one of you or all of you. We have a drop-down menu, so I click a button, you all get the same message. It's the easiest way. If ever we're in a situation where, like, thunderstorms or tornado and we have to somehow end a tournament early, that's how it's going to be done. So be aware when you get a penalty, that's how you're notified. Push notification. When you get a DQ, that's how you're notified. You all know I take my time to message you directly and tell you, hey, Ryan, you got an open mouth penalty. Fix it if you can. But if it gets crazy, that's not a requirement by a judge or a director. It's a courtesy. So if we get 50 fish that come in the last 10 minutes, we may not be able to tell you, hey, go fix this. So pay attention to your push notifications. Attorney X has done an amazing job with all the updates. Everything was flawless today on my end. I'm hoping it was on your end as well. And keep that line of communication open. Dwayne, if you're watching, I got some thumbs up. Everybody's happy. All right. Paying out 10 anglers today with 94 entries. In 10th place, in 10th place with 68 3/4 inches, going home with $100. Another 5-hour drive for this angler, Mr. Mike Self. You are running
Top 10.
hot. You got it. You want me to clip it? Tell us about your day.
Well, I got on them early this morning. I think I filled the limit in about 45 minutes, and then kind of made a move and went to a spot that I fished last year that had some big fish, and I got on 2 decent ones pretty early in the morning, and then the bite kind of shut down. The rain came in. I moved around a little bit, actually moved around quite a bit, and ended up coming back to that spot at the end of the day to try to upgrade, and I found a couple upgrades and finished in 10th, so worked out pretty well.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but this is 3 top 10s in a row now?
Well, I skunked at the YOLO.
Okay.
And then the Southern Division, I've had a 6th to 9th, and now here at 10th.
So 6, 9, and 10.
Yeah,
So you're
doing
killing
pretty
it.
well.
A nice comeback.
Yeah,
You're
thanks,
collecting
man.
points.
Yeah,
Take
I
a picture
appreciate
for us. Let me get out of your way. That's how you want to start a season right there. Stacking points in the South, stacking points in the Maine. He'll get to drop that 0 towards the end of the year. Looking good, Mike. Welcome to the Carolinas. You were ready to give it up. You were ready to move back to Michigan last year. In 9th place, with 69 inches, going home with $180, Mr. Marvin Santana. I don't know Marvin, but Marvin is not here. Give it up for Marvin. Marvin, I know you're probably watching. I know we've spoken a bunch on Facebook, but not actually got to meet. This is for you, buddy. Next time you come to a main event, I'll have it. All right, in 8th place, going home with 69.5 inches, worth $215, Mr. Lee Hodge. I didn't see the Hodges. Lee, there you go. In 7th place with 70 inches, going home with $270, Mr. Jesse Martinez. What's up, Jess? How are you, buddy? You're running pretty hot yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can hold that if you want. Tell us about your day.
Early in the morning, I get on this point, on the edge of this point, and I caught 3 back-to-back on a jerk bait, and I couldn't call up, so I decided to leave around 9 o'clock, hit up a creek. On the way there, I found a point, and they were just schooling. I mean,
Like busting.
I got lucky. They're just schooling. Then rain came in and it quit. So I left. The sun came out. I left. Went to fish the docks. That didn't go well. So I had an hour left. I thought I'm gonna go back to fish that point last hour, and I wrecked them again.
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 Top water or?
Oh, jerkbait.
Jerkbait. Nice. Well, 70 inches, solid bag, man. Going home with $270. You had a killer tournament at Kiwi 2 weeks ago. So you're running hot. Great work. Take a picture for us. Give it up for Jesse. In 6th place, also with 70 inches and a tiebreaker, came down to the second fish. Going home with $350 plus, oh, I lied. It did not come down to the second fish. Plus the overall big bass of the day at 22 3/4 for another $300, Mr. Tang View. Running hot would be an understatement. I can't even go near you, boy. Can't even go near you. This dude came to the YOLO. He came to Tennessee. He came to Hartwell. And you're probably over, what, $4,000 already on the year?
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Tang is the man. Tell us how you did it today, buddy.
It was a slow morning. I mean, I was late. I didn't even launch until like maybe around 7:20. Caught a bunch of dinks on Shaky Head, and then the sun went out. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna hit docks. I went to a back creek. Now I went to one of the docks that's kind of like in the main lake, and then I was throwing like a 7-inch swim bait.
Nice.
That caught that 17-inch. And I was like, okay, they should be in the dock, you know. Went all the way back to the dock. Just one little nasty looking dock. And
Beat down, old dock.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I shot my live scope through it. So I saw one fish down there. I used a whack and skip it down there, and it took it.
22 3/4.
22 3/4. Yeah.
You just pissed all the non-live scope users off really bad.
I mean, I can't go back to not using light no more because.
I know. I get it. I mean, when you do something like that, it literally pays for itself. Like,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then I could have called my 15, 14, but I lost 2 fish after that. I mean, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, you're going home in 6th place, a total of $650 on a day, a couple pieces of hardware for the wall. You killed it up in Tennessee 2 weeks ago with me. You're doing great, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Take a picture for us. Tang, let me grab the mic. Oh, thanks, buddy. Good work. He was the best dressed in Tennessee. In 5th place, I'm just going to stop and point out that it took 70 or higher from 7th up. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good. And when I turn these standings back on, you're going to see how tight it really was throughout the middle, too. Because we had 68.75, 69, 69.5, 70, 70, and now in 5th place, 70 1/4. Going home with $440, Mr. Chris Gravely, our reigning TOC champ. I know, he's not here. Chris, when somebody sends you the live stream because you don't have Facebook, Ryan said you don't come unless you win first. So, does he even have a cell phone? So he had 70 1/4. In 4th place with 70 1/2, going home with $600, Mr. Jordan Cobb. What's up, Jordan? We got to check your number in Tourney X because I called somebody who was not happy about me calling him. Okay. And it was not you.
You're good.
Welcome to Queen City.
Yes, sir. Good to be here.
I'll clip it on you.
Okay.
Is this your first event with us?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Well, you had a pretty good day with 70 1/2, $600. So tell us about it.
All it was really just just threw a brush hog, Texas rig, and a spinner bait on point, just going back and forth, 2-3 points. That's really about it.
2-3 points, 71 inches, give or take.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Well, congrats. Great work. Do you plan on coming back fishing with us?
Of course.
I like that answer.
I got to get my own kayak now because my buddy Shane, he let me borrow his.
Sweet. Well, we got a couple dealers in the club, so let me know if you need some help.
Yes, sir.
And Shane's a good guy.
Yes, sir.
Great job. Let me grab that mic.
Okay.
And that's Mary right there. She's going to get your picture. Hey, Jordan, before you leave, I got to get some paperwork. Okay. In 3rd place, with 71 inches, leading most of the day, going home with $880, Mr. Travis Horn. Travis, I'm not allowed to pull for anybody, but when I saw your name at the top, I was like, oh, he is going to be on cloud 9. Uh-oh. I don't think so. 71. I'll check. Put that on. Are you just going to tell us you just wanted to go fishing, or are you going to talk?
Yeah.
Move over.
I mean, I don't know. That's all I did. I think we confuse ourselves and think about it too much. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to disagree with you.
I almost did not even launch where I launched at this morning because of, you know how it go.
Outthinking it.
So, I don't know. I just went fishing. I caught all my fish in 10 minutes.
Early. Yeah, early.
In one place.
One spot.
4 casts.
Are you serious?
And I didn't get another bite all day after that.
What?
So that's it. Yeah.
You want to tell us what you caught him on so we can all go buy it?
No, sir.
Damn, dude. Well, great. I mean, look,
Yeah.
you're going home with $880, a nice piece of hardware for the wall.
Yeah.
I know that's your biggest cash to date with us.
Yep.
And plus, you got the team win, so you're over 900 on the day. Great work, man. I'm happy for you. Take a picture for Mary. I have the opportunity to make this really fun, but I'm bad at that. And I don't know who checked the leaderboard at the last second, so we're going to roll. In second place, with 71.5 inches, going home with $1,100, Mr. Tim Fitz. Did you know?
No.
Yeah.
I heard someone say they had 72, so I was like, oh.
I didn't know if you knew. It happened like bang, bang. The last fish came in, the leaderboard went off, so I didn't know if you checked. Either way, congratulations. You are also running hot. So congratulations. Tell us about it, 71.5 inches.
So the day started really slow. I think Travis had 71 before I ever saw a fish.
Well, 10 minutes, he just told us.
But I was probably 2 fish by 11 o'clock, and then got my 4th fish around noon. My wife called me, and I was kind of like, I don't know what to do. And I was near this point, and I'm casting while I'm on the phone with her, hooked one, and I started looking. I used my live scope. I was like, well, there's bait around here. I don't see any fish. I started fishing the point, throwing different baits, started catching fish after fish. Fished it out, went to the point right next to it, started catching fish, went to the point next to it, catching fish. I mean, for 2 hours, I caught 20 fish, and they're all about 15 to 17, got one 19, so.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, to get paid for a day like that, I mean, that's awesome. Hell of a day. Killing it with the points. Big money year already for you. We love your plaque work, so we appreciate you, man. Great work today.
Thanks, man.
Take a picture for us. In first place, with 72 inches, he's already standing up. Going home with $1,650 and another $702 for the elite win, for a total of $2,352, Mr. Chad Walden.
You were here. You know what I told Chris earlier? I said, I didn't get the win because Vinny's here. Every time Vinny's here.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Tell us about it. Show those plaques off.
Let's see. Yeah,
this is Tim Fitt's work right here.
Yeah.
For those of you who didn't come to the first one, we went gold on the elite. But tell us about it, man.
First thing this morning, start off on a hump I found on Thursday. I start going over there. My live scope crapped out. And so I go to the point. I had another box in my car because I knew there was a problem with it.
Two live scopes with you?
Well, I took it off my bass boat. So I go to the point. I know I had to hit the point first, and I was throwing a deep diving crankbait on the point and caught those 3 that came in pretty quick, and then went back to the truck and took everything apart and put it all back together, and then went back out there. Settings were different on it. It was terrible. I cut it off and I just went fishing, and then I rounded a bend and I seen some fish on a bed. There was a fish circling around. She was doing big circles. I couldn't get her to go, so I left her for 2 hours, and then I came back and she was doing small circles. And so I hit her like 5 or 6 times with a Nico, with black and blue wacky worm with a lead head on it. And it was funny because I didn't have no Nico weight, so I cut off a shaky head and I shoved it in the head. And so I'm bouncing it and hitting her with it. And she didn't want nothing to do with that. And I picked up a Z-Crawl, full-size Z-Crawl green pumpkin, and with dyed the tail a little bit, flipped in there. She hit it, and whenever I set the hook, her gills flailed out. So I was like, crap, I foul hooked her. So I get her all the way to the boat, and she comes up and she about jumps at the boat. And when she did, she opened her mouth and the hook was in top of her mouth.
Nice.
Out dead center. I was so excited. So
Nice.
I yelled, and then I messaged you, turn off because I put the fish. I didn't ever put that fish in.
I mean, I was literally in there shutting it off, and your text message came in. That's why I wasn't sure if you knew, and I was going to bring you both up here.
Yeah.
But I've screwed up that hot seat thing so many times, so it's just not worth it.
But no, my daughter said a prayer for me again. She told me, she said, I'm not going to pray for Jeremy because when I pray for him, he beats you. And I was like, so she prayed for me. So, and then my dad, he made it all day today and he got to fish. So that's pretty cool. He's here. So,
Yep.
Seeing the family out and
Absolutely.
else, and then get to come see you.
No, it's good seeing you, buddy.
Yeah. Thank y'all for coming.
Give it up for Chad.
Yes, sir.
Take a picture.
No.
We've done this once or twice.
Yes. You want to hold one of them? So we get them out there. So are they right side up? Flip it outside. Sorry.
It's Chad.
It's me. It's
Chad.
never right. Thank you.
Good job, buddy. Let me grab the mic.
Yep. Go ahead.
So, fishing's crazy, and it's kind of like Travis said, we always overthink it, right? And this is the time of the year where you got to be ready to bed fish at the drop of a dime. I got some pre-fishing reports this week. A couple people told me, man, I'm catching them on beds. Man, I'm seeing them on beds. And the next day they were not there. And then the next guy's telling me, oh, they're circling. And the next day they're locked on. So it's a very, very fragile time of year. Sometimes pre-fishing's time of year doesn't matter at all, right? Because they move so much. They move so often. Usually when they're in those big circles, in my prior experience, you can't get them to bite. They got to narrow down around the bed before they'll actually commit. But good work getting her to bite. And who caught bed fishing here today? 2 people. Interesting. And most of you said the water was dirty. So I wonder if that was part of it, part of the difference between staying where you were. Yeah. So come May, we could be on a second wave of beds. When we come down here for the No Limit, we could borderline be on a third wave of beds because it just really depends when it warms up. But, we've started the warming trend now. Come May, I think it's really going to be on fire. You'll have all 3 phases. Probably not a lot of pre-spawn, but you'll have the bedders. You'll have the ones that just came off the beds hanging out on the docks relaxing. They'll be ready to eat some Senkos. So I think you'll all have a really good time come May for the No Limit event. So hopefully, but I got to thank everybody watching home. I got to thank you all for being here. Thanks again to Native, Lowell, and Air One, Neil, Paul, Visit Anderson, and we'll be back for the next one. So let's get this cut off.